Original conception of the internet, which internet, as you know, was originally conceived as we know it in the web, as we know it was conceived in Europe. Tim Berners-Lee, W3C, supported by DARPA, supported by European Commission. The conception was that when you went to a site and consumed, some content from there, you have the site provider content provider could offer it free, but they could also charge for it, and you would pay for it through a micropayment or through a subscription. And that is how the business model of internet was supposed to be. Now, eventually that business model never panned out, and some of you know internet committed the original sin. Do you know what that original sin is? The original sin was it became an advertising supported web. An advertising supported web then created 3 companies in the world who have every piece of information on all of us today. So this is a $400 billion digital advertising industry. $210 billion is Google, $150 billion is Facebook, $30 billion is Amazon. Amazon is a big player in advertising, in case you didn't know, and the rest of it is all in the margins. And this $400 billion of advertising revenue is driven by essentially stealing our data. And therefore many people call it the surveillance capital. But why it happened was because there wasn't a good payment system to make it happen. The alternate system was not in place. That alternate system has now come in place, and that, as Sumit pointed out, is called UPI. So why is that the case? The question to ask is, what is happening here? Internet was meant to be open. And that openness, because of the original sin, was lost. And the country that is bringing that openness back to the internet is, believe it or not, India. So we have an open payment system. We have an open system for data, that is called, for financial data, account aggregator, which you may be happy to learn, it grows at 21% week on week in terms of digital consents for financial data. We have an open system for health data, that's called personal health records. We have an open system for credit, that's called the Open Credit Enablement Network. We have an open system for health, that's called the Unified Health Interface. We now have recently launched an open system for digital commerce, which is called ONDC. Guess what? Open Network for Digital Commerce. So essentially, what is happening is a revolution in the internet digital space that is becoming slowly but certainly visible to the rest of the world. Now, it's not good for some Silicon Valley companies, but it's great for the people who believe in the original intent of the internet.